Howdy and welcome to the Mighty Mo Church channel. I be Chuck. Now don't you click off this video. Don't you click off this video. Don't you click off this video. I'm trying to figure out how to do, better retention. Have better retention. And I can't do it. I mean, I can't do what they're saying. I don't want to edit the videos. I want the videos to be spontaneous. And is it going to cause me to hem-haw around a bit? Or maybe even change what I'm, my opinion in the midstream of the video like I did on one of them. I was reading this different stuff and I suddenly realized, okay, maybe they're right and I'm wrong, But if it's scripted, it's all, I don't want to do that. And also, it was like, insert pictures, edit and insert pictures. Like when I was doing that video on Kevin Costner, in the divorce, it probably would have been a better video, and I would have had more viewer retention if I had inserted pictures of him or his wife or, different, things from his movies or what have you. But you know what? Some people can do that and get by with it. I do that, I'm probably going to get a copyright strike. Not because Google's mean to me or YouTube's mean to me. I just have extremely bad luck. It's just like one thing after another going wrong. And some of it, might make sense. Okay, sure. And part of it doesn't make any sense at all. Like a wharf rat getting in my car and trying to eat my car up. Okay, it's at wires. Rats chew on wires. That's part of what they do. They go after that copper, I've been told. But this rat actually gnawed through the floorboard of my car. It didn't just pull some stuff loose. It gnawed through the floor to get to the wiring. Does that make any sense? Which I'm going to have some more repairs done on it because I thought I got the rat out of it, and then there was a little bit more damage done to it. I didn't fully check it out to see if it was fully, and I should have. I'm not going to suggest that they didn't have it fully fixed because they probably did. The rat was probably still getting in it. The other day, I don't remember what day it was. I went out to the car and I had the windows down, and I've got this stickum stuff, to try to catch the rats. And one of the stickum things was out of the car. It was laying on the ground. I had my windows down. I said one way to get rid of, the rats in the cars is you keep your windows down because the rats like that enclosed feeling. They like to be, where some people don't like that. They feel claustrophobic. Or rats are just the opposite. They want that feeling of being shut in. So if supposedly, I don't know whether it's true or not, but supposedly if you roll your windows down, the rats are actually less likely to habitat your car. So anyway, the stickum was outside the car, and there was nothing on the stickum. I figure that maybe the rat got stuck to the stickum. He may have been able to crawl out of the car with that on him, and then a rat got him, or he got loose. A rat got him. A cat got him, because there's up here at the roadhouse. There's a good many cats around, which is a good thing, You want cats around, especially if you live out in the country, because at times you can just, rats will come out of the woods in swarms, just like a swarm of bees almost. It's awful. Anyway, I gotta get to doing the video. I know I've already lost viewers. Y'all have already turned off on me not because I'm boring or dull. Could partly because I'm cringy and ugly, but I don't want to go there. But anyway, to what I was going to talk about. I do plan a little bit. I just don't script it. I don't, I want it to be spontaneous. Okay, one of the things that I was looking at is Twitter's inability to pay its rent is more urgent than building Twitter 2.0, according to Fortune.com. It says confidence and vision are good things. In a CEO, they're crucial, but there's a fine line between framing reality in a way that brings your troops along with you and failing to adequately address your actual situation. A couple of notable tech CEOs are selling perilously close to that line. First up is new Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino, who on Monday tweeted an email saying she just sent out to the. First up is new Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino, who on Monday tweeted an email she'd sent out to the company's employees. It started off as an unsurprising Elon Muskish, You can kind of tell they kind of hate Elon Musk just from the tone of the article. Mission statement about how Twitter was going to drive civilization forward through the unfiltered exchange of information and open dialogue about things that matter most to us. Then it got weird. Twitter is on a mission to become the world's most accurate real-time information source and a global town square for communication. That's not an empty promise. That's our reality, Yacarino wrote. When you start wrapping your arms around this powerful vision, literally everything is possible. You have to genuinely believe and work hard for that belief. And then they're not paying rent on one of their buildings, and supposedly they're getting kicked out of one of their buildings. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have the money to pay the rent for that building. They might have been trying to negotiate. They couldn't reach a settlement in the negotiation for the rent. And in other words, just because a business doesn't pay rent on a building doesn't necessarily mean they can't afford to pay rent on the building. Now, I don't know what Twitter's situation is. The left loves Twitter when Twitter is basically giving them free run of the platform, and then when Twitter starts saying, okay, we need to be more balanced here, then the left starts printing these type of articles. Now, is Twitter going to survive? I don't know. I don't know. It said Twitter's ever helpful, this is in the article too, Twitter's ever helpful owner also appears to have steered the company into a $250 million lawsuit filed yesterday by the U.S. National Music Publishers Association over Twitter using users uploading and sharing copyright protected songs. Actually, I don't think that's a new issue. I don't think Twitter wanted to license music like some of the platforms do, so their users can use music in their content. I think that's been an ongoing thing. I think Twitter's response is if they find music uploaded, they will ding the person that uploaded the music. I know there was one person on Twitter that does Chatterbait. And I've noticed Chatterbait has pulled back on the different people that use Chatterbait to perform. I've noticed that they pull back on they're using less music in their streaming, and they're also putting more noise in the music, or basically, so it's not likely to hit that copyright snafu. In other words, they're trying to, they want the sound there, but they know that if it's good, clear music, they're probably going to get dinged. And some of the performers have just said, okay, I'm not putting music in there. Although music really helps, a channel, obviously. Especially with, you're going to do a striptease without music, sort of thing. So it's not just Twitter. I think other platforms are also being hit with the National Music Publishers Association, and part of it could be the licensing fees are just too high, or at least the platforms that are struggling as it is. I'm not talking about Chatterbait or even Twitter, but some of the platforms are struggling, and they simply can't. They can't pay that licensing fee, and so they're instead of paying the licensing fee, they basically they tell their users, stop doing that. Don't use copyrighted music in your content that you link to or upload to Twitter or using Chatterbait or wherever. So both those things really don't point to problems within Twitter, although there could be problems within Twitter. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, enough on that. Twitter, to be clear on this, Twitter is one of those platforms this is true of most of the big tech companies. I love Google. I hate Google. I love Amazon. I hate Amazon. Twitter, sometimes I just get furious with it, and I say, okay, I'm never going to use it again. I'm never going to use it again. And then I end up using it again. Love, hate. A lot of these tech companies, if you're trying to do online business, if you're trying to make money, you need traffic. And you can't take these platforms personal. You can't take it personal. When they do stuff to hurt you, you just have to roll with the punches and move on, which is easier said than done. Like what Amazon did to me with the affiliate program, it would not recognize the correct main email address on the account so I could update information. That was just their employees being stupid. They weren't protecting me. As a matter of fact, they may actually, you know, they actually could put me at risk the way they're behaving and doing. But I got to get over it. It's not personal. It's not personal. I got to get that through my head. It's not personal. Nothing's personal online. Uh, okay, to a different story. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay. Okay, Prince Harry and Meghan's deal with Spotify ends as they agree to part ways. Spotify and Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, got dangerous there, baby, have announced another high-profile split. Okay, the royal family did not like them getting too political, even though, they're not, they're kind of in and out of the royal family. And I think they've lost part of the trust fund money because, where they parted ways and what the Queen said and did to Prince Harry before she died. She's not doing anything to him now unless it's from beyond the grave. And who knows? She really did not like his wife, I don't think. She really did not like her. So the Spotify deal is coming to an end. I got a feeling it's because that the Harry and Meghan are trying to get back in good graces with the royal family. They know that they would be better off, in the good graces of the royal family and the British people. And in other words, in the long run, it's not going to help them to piss the British people off, obviously. And so they pulled back from doing Spotify. And there again, it could have been some kind of snafu in the trying to work out the business deal. They might not could have worked it out. The Royals deal with Spotify was reported to have been made in 2020 for a reported $20 million. NBC News was not immediately able to verify that figure. They said the Spotify wants to make sure that people understand that they're not in, that they could afford to pay them $20 million. It didn't have anything to do with, the agreement that they had. Anyway, Spotify wants to make clear it's not about money. In other words, they don't want people to think that Spotify is hurting for money, that they're in trouble. Just like, that hit piece that was written against Twitter that, Twitter's in trouble. Spotify didn't want that showing up anywhere, that kind of article showing up anywhere. I kind of got a feeling that it has to do with that they're going to pull back from their political talk. And without politics, can a podcast work if you don't inject politics into it? Maybe it can, but with the royal family, they obviously wanted to do a bit of politics. And so maybe they're listening to King Charles. It's hard for me to say King Charles and not Prince Charles, but King Charles. And maybe, he's given them a path forward to get back in the good graces of the royal family because, Prince Harry is his son. He loves his son. I would guess Prince Harry loves his father. They don't want to be fighting. It doesn't help them to be fighting, especially in public. So maybe Prince Harry is pulling back from some of the political deals and getting back in the good graces of the royal family and the British people. So that was another thing. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Reddit. Reddit CEO. Let's see if I go to the top of this article. Reddit CEO says the mods leading a Okay. Reddit CEO. I guess maybe I should add it. Reddit CEO says the mods leading a punishing blackout are too powerful and he will change the site's rules to weaken them. I don't even know. What is the blackout about? Why are the mods leading a blackout? Why are Reddit's mods leading a blackout? I don't even know. Why are the mods at Reddit leading a blackout? I can't imagine why people cut my videos off. I'm still not seeing what it's really about. It's just the same stuff repeated over. Why does Google do that? They just repeat the same crap over and over and over again. Okay, this might. Let's see what this says. Thousands of Reddit communities go dark to boycott third-party app charges. Okay, it's about money. Thousands of Reddit's discussion forums have gone dark this week to protest a new policy that will charge some third-party apps to access data on the site, leading to worries about content moderation and accessibility. More than 8,000 subreddits were dark as of Tuesday afternoon, according to a tracker and live Twitch stream of the boycott. Participants range from small forums to large... I was slobbering. God dang it. And usually my mouth is dry. Now suddenly it's just gushing saliva. I'm not eating. When I eat, my mouth will be dry. Participants range from small forums to large communities with tens of millions of subscribers, including Our Funny, Our Music, Our Today I Learned pages seen on the online discussion site. Reddit is killing third-party applications and itself, other subreddits wrote and posts seen on the platform's homepage. And Reddit CEO responds, Reddit CEO says the mods leading to punishing blackout are too powerful and he will change the site's rules to weaken them. He wants to make it so that the people who use Reddit can vote users, can vote, so users can vote the mods out. God dang, I'm screwing this up bad. Reddit CEO Steve Huffman thinks their site's mods are too powerful. He said he plans to change the rules so users have the power to vote the moderators of subreddits out. Now, okay, the question is, will these votes to kick the mods out, will they be real or will they be like political elections? Will they have drop boxes? I know, Google. Totally legit. I'm sorry, I apologize. Totally legit. And this at Reddit, it'll be totally legit. Yeah. I think on Reddit the analogy is closer to landed gentry. I think it's closer to peasants having power. And they don't want the peasants having power. Landed gentry. Yeah, right. You start a forum. Oh, yes, you're a rich dude with hundreds of acres and these people that work for you. You're it's a feudal system all over again. Only the peasants are running the plantation, the feudal land, whatever. Actually, they do in that, don't they? In the feudal search system, it's kind of a. I don't want to go there. I don't want to get into that. The iOS app Apollo, for example, which has been using the API for 8 years, said it would cost $20 million to continue under the new pricing guidelines. Rather than pay, the app's developer, Christian Selig, said it would be closing down on June 30th. Wow, $20 million? So basically, Reddit actually is hurting for money. They got to shake people down. They got to steal money from people. They got to rip people off. And then they got to kick all these peasants out. These peasants are killing the platform. They're moderating. Usually a site, they complain because because the moderators don't do their job. They don't moderate the content. Usually that's the rub. Usually that's the reason that the platforms get angry with the moderators. YouTube be like, oh my God, you're not moderating your chat. You're allowing all these people trying to make money and us not getting a dime out of it through your chat. We don't like that. We don't like so-called spammers. We didn't make the name up for nothing. It's a name for a reason. We made that name up for a reason. We don't want these other people making money on our platform. God dang it. We want to make all the freaking money. Because we're not rich enough. You peasants will think you ought to run everything. You run everything. You peasants are awful. Anyway, I'm a peasant, baby. I tell you what, getting poorer by the hour. Y'all should feel sorry for me, but no. Now we don't want to feel sorry for you. We're going to click off this video right now. And no, we're not going to subscribe. We're not going to do a thing to help you out. We don't like what you're saying. We can't even understand what you're saying. We can't understand you, Chuck. I think people that have a foreign accent do better on YouTube than those of us that have the like the Brooklyn accent, the Valley girl. Well, the Valley girls may do okay on. Well, whether the Valley girls do okay if they're still going back to that vernacular, that kind type of rhythm and talking and all, they may actually do good, especially if they got big breasts and bend over a lot. They might do pretty good. Me, I need to shrink my breast. I hate. I look in the mirror and I got old man breast, and I don't know. I'm not sure how to get rid of them. How do you get rid of old man breast? How do you get rid of old man breast? How do you get rid of old man breast? How do you get rid of old man breast? And don't tell me to wear an athletic bra, because that's just sick. When excess fat, here I go again. Damn it. When excess fat stores. Okay, this is just poorly written. This is poorly written, Google. Medical News Today. Okay, how to get rid of man boobs. I'm going to pull the article up. In some males, breast tissue. This is written better than what they put on the top of Google. Okay. In some males, breast tissue enlarges, when you get older, due to hormonal changes. Medication use. Well, I don't use medicines. I take supplements, but I don't take any medicines. Or an underlying health condition. Well, I'm sick as a dog. Treating the underlying condition, dietary changes and exercise may help reduce breast tissue in males. The medical term for this condition is, I'm going to pronounce that right, gynecomastia. I know that's not how you say it. It's gynecomastia. Some people talk about man boobs. I say old man boobs because usually it happens to older people. When you're young, your nipples are usually smaller, your breasts are smaller. You look more like a man, obviously. And then as you get older, your hormones change, crap happens, 65%, especially of older men, have this condition. I guess it may be a problem among younger men too, especially if they're overweight. That's another thing. Being overweight can cause it too. And I think mine did actually. When I started losing weight, I think my breast size actually did go down. I no longer had to wear a D cup. Kidding. Testosterone in the male body usually prevents the breast tissue from expanding. So I don't have enough testosterone. I need more testosterone. I need more testosterone. I think that's pretty obvious. I'm just like a little girl, I tell you what. Oh man, I cry so much lately. It's awful. I do. There at the end, my father was crying. My father never cried. And there at the end, he was crying. Oh man, just thinking about it. Okay, these are the things that can cause you to have old man breast. Hormone changes. Certain types of tumors that affect hormone levels. In other words, if you're a young man, and your breast starts getting larger, you should be concerned about, tumors. A family history, genetics, obesity, overactive thyroid gland. As you get older, your thyroid is likely to get either more overactive or underactive. In other words, it's more likely to screw up. Specific medications, sex hormone deficiency, Kalman syndrome or other diseases that lower the testosterone, liver or kidney disease, spinal cord disorders, HIV. Oh, that's not me. Don't shut up. No. Substance abuse. Not that there's anything wrong, it's not me. That's not my problem. Substance abuse. Well, I don't abuse substances either, unless you count Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper or soft drinks in general. I love my soft drinks. Male breast cancer. Okay. Okay, it's more likely to occur in certain age groups: infants, teenagers, and people over the age of 60 years old. In other words, you know when you're once you reach 20 to say 60, during that period, your hormone levels are more likely to be right. When you're a teenager, your hormones may be off too. They're not necessarily right either. I'm not sure why that is. Um, there's the reason you have acne and all because your hormones are kind of screwing up. That's just me talking. I could be wrong on that, obviously. Let me see. Does hormone imbalance cause acne? Does hormone imbalance, I'm not sure I spelled imbalance right, cause acne? Yeah, fluctuations of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone can cause zits and pimples. So yeah, when you're a teenager, it's not so much you don't have enough of the hormones, but they fluctuate. When you're at that age, they fluctuate. Typically, these fluctuations happen mostly during menstruation cycles, pregnancy, and menopause. Teenage boys going through menopause? That's just sick, man. No, that can't happen. That ain't your problem, baby. Uh, I don't say why teenage boys. Are teenage girls more likely to get acne than teenage boys? I don't think that's true. They, they seem to care more about women having acne than men. And I know men have acne too. But you read the top of Google, you think it's just a female problem. Okay, does too much testosterone cause acne? Does too much testosterone cause acne? Yeah, testosterone. Yeah, teenage boys are likely, especially if they have a high level of testosterone. Uh, it stimulates oily glands. And also, you're more likely to have greasy hair, like if you have a high testosterone level. Uh, and of course, the assumption is, you see a young man, his hair's greasy, he's got acne. Well, just wash, clean yourself. Wash. It's because you're not keeping yourself clean. But no, it's because your testosterone's too high and your dick's too small. Oh, let me see that. Is that does too much testosterone cause uh, smaller dick size? Well, adult testosterone levels. Uh, Stretch penile length in association with testosterone. I don't know. What am I about to get into here? Male infertility can be caused with secondary sexual characteristics, hypogonadism, and several findings in stretch penile length is associated with infertility or baseline testosterone. What the hell? This is actually about infertility, not. I don't know. Well, this article says the size of your penis is likely to be the same throughout your life. That's not true. I know that's not true. So that's bullshit. As you get older, you're likely to get smaller. Whoever wrote this undoubtedly a young person. They're not old yet, so they believe the bullshit. You get older. Part of it is weight. Uh, like when you're skinny, you're more likely. and part of it may be more perception than tape measurement. But generally speaking, when you're skinnier, it's not. I don't think it's just perception. I think your penis actually is larger, and you gain weight. It pulls the skin a certain way, and part of it could be perception, but I think it actually, you get smaller. You put on weight, you get smaller. Now, that's not to say if you watch porn, you may see these grossly overweight people with these huge, things. But I think for the average person, you put on weight, your dick gets smaller. And no, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, Google, and I'm not an authority on dick size. I have not really went through my life measuring people's dicks. I have not done that. So I've done no studies on the subject. I have no desire to do any studies on the subject. No. No. Anyway. So how to get rid of man? This is this says how to get rid of man boobs, and you read through this. There's nothing about that. I don't see anything. How do you get rid of them? Treatment. Okay, treatment. Okay, basically, exercise more, lose weight, your breasts will get smaller. So Dolly Parton, she hasn't ever exercised a day in her life. Oh man, I don't like her. I used to. I used to like Dolly Parton. I don't like her anymore. I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't like her either. I'm Southern, and if I perceive you as turning against the South, I don't like you. Don't click off my video. I actually love you. I love you to pieces. Don't click off my video. I love you. If you love Dolly Parton, I love Dolly Parton. If you love Taylor Swift, I love Taylor Swift. I don't, but I'll pretend to. I'll be glad to pretend to. I need money. I need to build this channel up. Oh man. So anyway, I'm just scrolling through this thing. It says cardiovascular exercise can help reduce overall body mass, and weightlifting exercise can help reduce fat and increase muscles. Now, I thought about lifting weights, but I don't want to accidentally injure my back because I'm at that age where back injuries are, are a concern. And at different times in my life, I have had back problems, especially when I was lifting weights. When I was younger, I would do sit-ups with heavy weights. I would do sit-ups with weights. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not good for your back. But man, I thought I was it, man. I was it, man. I knew I had the secret. I knew the secret. Oh man. Swimming's good to get rid of your breast. Part of it's because of body shaming. You're out there with a swimsuit, and people can see your old man breasts. God dang, I gotta get rid of these man breasts, man. People can see them. Even when I put on a t-shirt, man, people get wet and you're wearing a t-shirt. Hell, you look like you're in a wet t-shirt contest and you're a woman. Not good. Anyway, I'm gonna close this out. I'm closing it out. Let me see if I can get back to the screen. Much thanks for watching and listening. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hit that subscribe button if you're still watching. I know you're not. Nobody is. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Makes me sad.